More music. More of the time.
Grant's Rock Warehouse.
Good evening, everyone. Yes, we're back again.
And we ain't stopping.
You guys have the best music.
Turn it up!
The best music.
Love rock and roll. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to Grant's Rock Warehouse, and I want to welcome Angie Moon back to the show tonight. We are taking a look at the band The Zombies. So we're all about trying to turn you on to music. We want to hear from you in the chat. Let's do it.
Harassing the world, courtesy of YouTube. Grant's Rock Warehouse.
Hey, good morning or good evening, depending on where you are. Or afternoon, where Angie's at. It's afternoon.
It's afternoon here.
It's afternoon, but here it's 9 o'clock in the morning. But we're here. Angie and I are here. We are here just going to talk some music, talk some zombies. Angie, how are you?
Doing well. How about you?
I am still alive. Went to the OSU. Well, went down to see my daughter yesterday in Cincinnati, and then we went and watched the game at a bar and watched the OSU game. And it's a wonder I have a voice, though I think it's went down. But at least I'm still alive. But today, ladies and gentlemen, first, and I would love to welcome everybody here. Not very many people here. We have 11. It's getting there. Kevin, how are you? Steven's here. The cowboy, ladies and gentlemen, is here. Anthony Ferraro says zombies can be proggy, though. I don't know about that, Anthony. I'd like you to show me some prog zombies.
Maybe some of the jazz influences, maybe the organ playing. That's the closest I can think of, but I'd love to hear his take.
I would too. Cretan is here, everyone. Good morning, Cretan. How are you? Nice to see you. All right, let's get started. So anyway, we're talking zombies today. So they were formed in 1961 in Hertfordshire, known for, well, they were a pop, rock, R&B, psychedelia. You can add that there, but I didn't see anything that said prog. We're going to add prog just for Anthony Ferraro. So Colin Bloomstone was vocals, Rod Argent keyboards, vocals. Of course, Rod went on to Argent. Chris White bass vocals, and of course Chris White also went on to Argent to some degree. Paul Atkinson guitar, Hugh Grundy on drums. So this was, hey, a British invasion band. Debut single here in the States was He's Not There, which was very prog influenced jazz. And it reached number 2 in the U.S. But we're going to play another song. We're going to play the follow-up hit, Tell Her No, from 1965. We'll go ahead and play it, and then Angie and I will be right back. We will talk about it, and we're just going to turn you on to stuff today. What a way to start out Sunday morning. All right, here we go. We're going to hear, I got to click the right button. We're going to hear Tell Her No. I want you to take a listen. Let me know what you think, and we will be right back.
And if she should tell you, come closer. And if she tempts you with her charms, tell her no, 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 no. Tell you I love you, whoa, whoa. And if she tempts you with her charms, tell her no, no, oh, don't love and love from your arms, no, 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 oh, 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 don't hurt me now, for her love belongs to me. She's the kind of girl who throw my love away, but I still love her, so don't hurt me now, don't hurt me now. If she tells you,
is that really the real Kevin Gray?
Just remember she said that to me. From my arms,
You never know. You never know on this thing. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we are here.
I was so worried that the streaming software or something like that was telling this song no.
You think?
Yeah, because it paused for me. I don't know if it was pausing for anyone else.
Oh, well, you're breaking up a little bit, but that's all right. You know, that's what you're going to get. Anyway, Angie, how are you today? And how did you get turned on to the zombies? Because you're way younger than I'm old and decrepit.
Yeah.
And you're not.
All right. So my story begins, Tumblr. So in the early 2010s, I was on a website called Tumblr, and that's where I spent my late teen years just talking about classic rock. So I had a blog called Meanwhile in the 60s. That's what it was called back then. And it was really to do with meme culture. I have a big interest in memes. I've always been into memes ever since I knew what memes were. And there was this little demotivational poster that said Meanwhile in, and I was like, oh, I love that. So Meanwhile in the 60s was just my blog for all things 60s. And I remember hearing She's Not There when I was a teenager, and I was like, this is amazing. This is just the magic of the 60s right there. And yeah, from there, I mean, that was it. Like originally, how I got into the 60s music was the Beatles. You know, that was my gateway band, like it was for many others.
Yeah, I get it. 100%. Yeah, I think you're like petrified. No, you're not. I think you're in like in the fifth dimension with the internet, something.
Oh no.
Go back out and come back in.
Okay, yeah, I might have to do that.
That's
I
right.
might have to move downstairs or something, because I think the internet in upstairs is a bit shaky for some reason.
Yeah, well, you can go back out. I'll just go to the next track, and you come back, and we'll reconvene. It's all good.
Cool.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Bye. Prague Zombies Jukebox Cowboy. Well, we're going to keep going. We've got more tracks. Angie will be right back. We're going to play another track. Now, we're not going to play all the hits here today. We're just trying to turn you on to different kind of things. So we're going to play, this was another single. This came out on Decca in 1965. We're going to play the track, Is This a Dream? So it's very upbeat. A lot of jangly guitars, pounding drums. You get the whole idea. If you know anything about the Zombies, you know, you're going to dig it. You might not know this track, but it's a great track. Let's just keep going. Angie will be back. Is This a Dream by the Zombies? Here we go. Hold on. I have to hit the button.
Hey, I want to tell you something, so listen, try to understand. Hey, if you continue to chase the sun, I'll never be a man. I'll count the times that I told you you really shouldn't try, and I told you, 'cause baby, you'll just cry for a shadow. Believe me, baby, baby, baby. Is this the dream you're crying for? Is this a dream? Is this the dream you're crying for? Is this a dream? I better warn you now, someday you'll find yourself alone. And life's not pretty then, its ugliness will hide the sun. I'll count the times that I told you you really shouldn't try, and I told you, 'cause baby, you'll just cry for a shadow. Believe me, baby, baby, baby. Is this the dream you're crying for? Is this the dream? Is this the dream you're crying for? Is this the dream? I'm gonna do just how I feel. Don't try to hustle me the way I feel. I'll count the times that I told you you really shouldn't try, and I told you, 'cause baby, you'll just cry for a shadow. Believe me, baby, baby, baby. Is this the dream you're crying for? Is this a dream? Is this the dream you're crying for?
Uh-oh. Things went crazy. So we'll pick up what this show's been something already.
Is this a dream? Oh, you can live with a dream, and you can buy with a dream. Is this the dream you're crying for?
There you go. This is a dream. There you 1965, the Zombies. Holy crap. You think this is the first time I've ever done a show today? My God. Angie,
Yeah.
so that Angie, why'd you pick that track? What was it about it that you wanted to turn people onto it?
Just the catchiness of it. Like, I think this was definitely hit worthy, just like She's Not There. That was definitely one that I liked early on as a teenager when I was getting into the Zombies. Hopefully everyone caught that I got into them while I was on Tumblr, and then hearing the song She's Not There, and then just seeing the associated video with that, with all the 60s dancing. Yeah, my cat's just being a brat over there.
That's all right. We can handle that.
Yeah.
Well, what would this show be without the cat doing something?
Bowie,
I'm just saying.
Bowie. Stop.
1960, 100% Cretin. 100%.
Like, I love the
video.
keyboards. Like, that's the thing with like the Zombies. They were one of those 60s bands with a keyboard, because a lot of times it was just guitar, bass, and drums and vocals, not as much keyboards. So it's like great just to see keyboards getting love with the Zombies.
Yeah, totally great. All right, all right, go ahead. I'm going to let you introduce the next song. All the rest of these are Angie's picks. I just added a couple. Go ahead.
Very nice.
What are we going to
right.
play?
Oh God, what was on the list?
The next track we're going to play is She Does Everything for Me.
Another catchy one. I really love their up-tempo moments with these. This is a great one. I really like this one as well. Wish this one was a hit too.
All right,
There's
let's
a lot
play
of
it.
competition in those days.
A lot of competition, and I must say that the Zombies really never caught on so much in the UK, as they had much more success here in the United States as opposed to the UK.
Yeah,
You
which
know?
surprises me, because a lot of times it's the other way around. You know,
the
the
fact-
Americans don't get into it as much.
Yeah, and they only. All right, there you go, Dave, the pickup artist, 100%. Dave, Dave, my fellow Ohioan. Dave, 100% with the Buckeyes. We won, baby. We won. All right. Let's keep going. We're going to hear the Zombies. This is a dream. I've got to click the buttons. You know, here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's keep going. Let's do it.
There is nothing to say, it's all been said. Now I've found a girl who I love instead. She won't leave me halfway there and tell me that she doesn't care about the way I feel, 'cause I'm a fool. She does everything to make me feel alright. Everything she does for me, she makes me feel alright. Now you can say goodbye, and I don't care. Do what you like, you can go anywhere. She's a girl who makes me feel that you're not there, you were unreal. I feel so good that I don't care at all. She does everything for me to make me feel alright. Everything she does
come by so fast that I can't even buttons fast enough. There you go. She Does Everything for Me, the Zombies. That was another single. It came out in 1967, though I don't know what that.
It was not from any album. Like, that's the thing. Like, the Zombies only ever had 2 albums because
Right.
like they didn't really have that many hits, and that's kind of what record labels do. They just, well, I guess you've recorded songs, guess we better release them as singles, and then this one went nowhere, which makes me sad because this one actually had a lot of energy that reminded me a lot of power pop, and especially like the Kinks. What was that one?
Reminded me a lot of
She's
like
Got Everything. Yeah, or She's Got Everything.
it reminded me like they must have been listening to the Who too, because it's
The Who.
very
Who.
it's very Who for the Zombies. But yeah, I would have thought that would have been a big single, but
yeah, She's Got Everything. That's the Kinks song that it reminded me a bit of. Like, it's got that power pop kind of feel to it. Very Who, very Kinks. I just love that.
very good. So I do want to welcome everybody for popping in today. Look, DC's here. Single here was hold on. Why is this? I can't get my button to work. That's because I'm not in the StreamYard. Oh, Grant. DC here. Singles in the early 60s were 2 minutes, maybe 2.5. All these are like really short, but we are going to play something from Odyssey here shortly.
That's how they're just not prog rock at all. That's like the opposite of prog.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. So up next, we have another Angie pick. Yeah, I just let Angie pick these. We're going to listen to, this is probably my favorite track from this record. Odyssey and Oracle. This, like I said, like Angie said, they only put out like 2 records.
That was it. They're very easy to get into. And this one, just for me, this is like their Eleanor Rigby, in my opinion.
Yeah. So why'd you pick this?
Because it's their Eleanor Rigby. And it's just like, it's
their
very,
Eleanor Rigby.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, if anybody knows about this, I mean, this is almost like Baroque pop, you know, written by Chris White.
Rock and roll that I wish had lasted longer was Baroque pop. I just love that stuff, and I just love the little harpsichords and kind of that medieval sort of feel to the music.
Yeah,
a classical feel. Even though I'm not a classical music fan, I don't even like things that are that old. But the way that the 60s took the old and made it sound fresh is just something amazing. That's really what makes it magical.
Yeah, I love it. Well, that's why I like the Left Bank. We need to do a show on the Left Bank.
Yes, definitely.
This, like I said, was written by Chris White. This has to be one of the best vocals on a Zombies record ever. This is actually my favorite track from this record. So this is a good choice. Let's play it. I want to know what everybody thinks in the chat. Let's keep this dog moving. You know how this show works. Damn. Oh, love it. All right, let's go. Here we go. More from the Zombies. Let me know what you think.
The summer is here at last. The sky is overcast, and no one brings a rose for Emily. She watches her flowers grow, while lovers come and go to give each other roses from her tree, but not a rose for Emily. Emily, can't you see there's nothing you can do? There's loving everywhere, but not for you. Her roses are fading now. She keeps her pride somehow. That's all she has.
Ashley, we're trying to throw you a bone.
And as the years go by, she will grow old and die. The roses in her garden fade away. Not one left for her grave. Not a rose for Emily. Emily, can't you see there's nothing you can do? There's loving everywhere, but not for you. Her roses are fading now. She keeps her pride somehow. That's all she has, protecting her from pain. as the years go by, she will grow old and die. The roses in her garden fade away, not one left for her grave, not a rose for Emily.
Absolutely brilliant. When I listen to that, I hear Beach Boys. I know there was a lot of Beach Boys.
Very Pet Sounds.
Very Pet Sounds. I heard Mellotron on it. I'm sure that perked up Rand Kelly. Anytime Rand Kelly hears Mellotron, he pops into the chat. I know his sonar probably went off. But yeah, they were listening. They had Pet Sounds, though, in the UK at this time was a big record. Didn't do so much here in the States, but in the UK, they totally embrace Pet Sounds, and this definitely has that influence.
I think that's what I love about the 60s is just that the music scene wasn't so homogenous everywhere. Like what was mainstream wasn't like the same everywhere. So there were chances that you could have success in another place and, appeal to a niche market somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas today you don't really get that, even though you have the internet and you have a lot of potential for that with all these communities online. It's just the algorithms just favor who's already popular. And, because the economy, everything is so risk averse. All the companies are so risk averse in every industry, but yeah, definitely in the recording industry, they're very risk averse. They don't want to take chances like they used to.
No, they don't. All right. So there you go. Well, we're in 1968. Of course, this album was recorded in 67. This was recorded when the Beatles were recording Pepper, Piper at the Gates of Dawn. Everybody was hanging out at Abbey Road recording stuff.
So right around the same time as See Emily Play too.
Yep. 100%. Yeah. All right. So next track, Maybe After He's Gone. We're picking another track from this. Angie, you picked this. What about this track?
I think it's just that sort of like combination of that optimistic 60s sound with this depressing lyrics. That's something that I just love about this album is some of it can sound so upbeat, but then when you listen to the lyrics, it's like, whoa, this is actually really sad.
A lot of the stuff's not all that upbeat, but it's all cool. We'll keep it moving, ladies and gentlemen. More from Odyssey and Oracle, Zombies. So good.
Just that guitar intro. It's giving me like California Dreamin' almost in the beginning.
It does have that kind of
the harmonies. That's why we love the Zombies.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the set you need, the 4 CD box on Big Beat.
I feel so cold, I'm on my own as the night falls in around me. Night surrounds me, I'm alone.
absolutely stunning.
They had to have been influenced by the Beach Boys. Like, those harmonies are very similar. And like, what impresses me more about their harmonies is that they're not siblings, because I think sibling groups do some of the best harmonies. These guys, there's no siblings in the group, and yet
Mm-hmm.
here you go. Like, incredible harmonies there.
Unbelievable.
Voices
You know, and
go
the other
well
thing,
together.
and you know, Andy, the other thing that I find so fascinating about this is that they knew that this was the last thing that they were going to do.
Go big or go home.
Go big or go home. And, you know, it's just
so
a
loved now.
masterpiece.
And what makes me happy is that they're alive to see just the love it's gotten, like,
Mhm.
way after the fact, which I'm very happy to hear that, because that isn't the case for every musician whose stuff goes unnoticed for a while. I mean, Nick Drake never got to see the adoration his music would get, but at least the Zombies did.
Mm-hmm. It's like definitely psychedelic, but it's just like it would fit in really good with the Beach Boys Smile. Fits right in, even though Smile, you know, we had only tricklings of stuff from
Makes
Smile
me think of
coming
Don't
out.
Worry Baby, just the
Yeah.
that bit, like, yep.
Yep, I agree. All right, next track we're gonna look at Changes. What do you want to say about that one, Angie?
Yeah, another one, just the harmonies, the catchy hooks and everything. They just knew how to do that, but make it artistic. And I think that's what they did so well with Odyssey and Oracle. It was a huge step up from Begin Here, because they took everything to the next level. The production, just the depth of the songwriting, just everything. Everything was just better on this album. Like, this was just a great album that just makes you wonder, what other great ideas did they have?
All right, let's do it. Changes from the Zombies, more from Odyssey. Here we go. Mellotron.
Now see her walk by, peppermint curb, button-down clothes, buttoned up high. Diamonds and stones hang from her hand. Isn't she smart? Isn't she grand? I knew her when summer was her crown, and autumn sad how brown her eyes. I knew her when winter was her cloak, and spring her voice she spoke to me. Now silver and gold, strawberry clothes, money will buy something to hold. See in her eyes, nothing will last like emerald stones and platinum clouds. I knew her when summer was her crown, and autumn sad how brown her eyes. I knew her when winter was her cloak, and spring her voice she spoke to me. Now silver and gold, strawberry clothes, money will buy.
It probably was the
something
Pepper
to
Mellotron.
hold. See in her eyes, nothing will last like emerald stones and platinum. I knew her when summer was her crown, and autumn sad how brown her eyes. I knew her when winter was her cloak, and spring her voice she spoke to me. I knew her when summer was her crown, and autumn sad how brown her eyes.
There isn't. You know, I am assuming that is the Abbey Road Mellotron because I don't think that Paul ended up getting that. You ever see the video, Angie, when he's playing Strawberry Fields in his home studio and that's the Mellotron? I think he got that Mellotron from Abbey Road when they were getting rid of equipment. Because I guess the story was EMI or whatever called up Paul, hey, we're going to get rid of some of this stuff. Do you want any of it? And Paul like took all that stuff into his home studio.
Wow. It's like a museum in there.
It is. But that Mellotron, of course, yeah, that's the Abbey Road Mellotron. I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Well, you need an engineering degree to operate a Mellotron. Yeah, you have to get all those tapes queued up. And could you imagine the maintenance on a Mellotron? Mike Pender of the Moody's was the main Mellotron man. That's all he did was play Mellotron, I think. Zing. Anyway, God, that's a great song.
It just makes me think a bit of like the Beach Boys, but also a bit of Simon and Garfunkel for some reason. It makes me think of Simon and Garfunkel.
It kind of sounds like Bookends era, kind of reminds me of Bookends era.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Great album.
He was friends with the Beatle dude too. Mike Pender, probably. They were all.
I mean, all these musicians
friendly.
knew each other. That's like the crazy thing that I always think about is just these people were all so close to each other. Like they all knew each other.
Yeah.
They all have stories about each other.
All right. We're going to keep going. We are on a tangent. Well, we only got 2 albums, but we have a lot of singles. But we're going to play some more zombies. I swear to God, when I have this on with headphones, Angie, it's like having a religious experience because it's almost
that last one sounded
spiritual.
like church. It just sounded like a church, and I wonder if these guys. I think they might have started singing in church, and that's
probably
what influenced it. Is that kind of church choir like approach?
Mm-hmm.
This one is another great one. Brief Candles is another good one. I love the storytelling, how it flips from the man, the woman, and just it's really, really good. It's another sad one, but I think 1968 was just a really sad year, so it just fits the tone of the year.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's do it. Let's keep going. Brief Candles. Unbelievable track. I'll probably go into another religious experience, so hold on. Here we go. Oh, of course, I'm going to go into a religious experience.
Yeah, I know.
Listen to that, though. God.
There she sits, her hands are held tight around her glass. She only needs to be alone. She knows this mood will pass. To realize that she was strong and he too weak to stay. And to realize that she is better.
Oh, brilliant.
Breathe candles in her mind, bright and tiny gems of memory. Breathe candles burn so fine, leaves a light inside where she can see what makes it all worthwhile. Her sadness makes her smile. His alone girl fades away, left out on a limb. Finds he needs her more because she's no more need for him. He understood so very well the things she had to say. Soon he'll understand that he is better off this way. Breathe candles in his mind, bright and tiny gems of memory. Breathe candles burn so fine, leaves a light inside where he can see what makes it all worthwhile. His sadness makes him smile. In the corner, see his face. The man just sips his drink. Not one feeling does he show, far too numb to think. He does not say a single no word of love to say. Maybe he will soon believe he's better off this way. Breathe candles in his mind, bright and tiny gems of memory. Breathe candles burn so fine, leaves a light inside where he can see what makes it all worthwhile. This sadness makes him smile.
Oh. Hey, too soon. I guess it cut off. All right.
That one lyric, his like her son, like the sadness makes him smile. I was
Yeah.
just like, that is a great lyric. That is just such great lyrics there. I think that's probably my favorite lyric from the entire album. Like that's
Yeah.
what I mean by like just the mixture of just like seemingly cheery maybe and then just sadness. Like it's really good. It's a great like just breakup song.
The whole thing's got a certain mood to it. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
It certainly does. Well, the way they have that segued, it cut right. Okay, I got it queued up. Of course, a lot of these tracks on this record, they're like all kind of one song. And then when you break apart the CD, it's like, oh, abrasive stop.
Mm-hmm.
But God, that song, Angie, though. Well, this whole record, ladies and gentlemen, is there a weak track on this? Let's be
No.
honest, if you know this record.
Like, I think the one that might be the hardest to listen to would be the anti-war one, Butcher's Tale. That one's the hardest one to listen to, but it's very well done because it perfectly describes the effects of war on the people.
Mhm.
Like, that one I would rank very high in one of the best anti-war songs because of the perfect tone and how it just describes war, just the lyrics being just so honest and vulnerable. And I would say that it has a kind of similar vibe. I mean, there's a group that I really like from Russia from the 1980s called Kino, and they have a song called Grupa Krovi, which translates to blood type. And there is an English version of it. So if you'd rather listen to it in English, it is around. Victor Soya did record an English version. It's very good. And it has that sort of vibe of just wanting to be at home and not in a field dying for, the rich man and their war.
Acid induced. Well, Jukebox says prog. I guess this could be considered. Well, look at it.
Proto, maybe. Yeah.
Proto, but proto prog. Think of I Am the Walrus.
Signature, like the signature changes, the time signature changes, the movements in the songs. I think they do have little movements in there. So I think there could be a case made for that.
But think about it. If you're just talking psychedelia, I mean, that could be considered proto prog. Look at I Am the Walrus. You probably wouldn't have prog if you hadn't had I Am the Walrus. Think about it.
Both piss off my parents. So
I Am the Walrus piss off.
They both think it's noise. So it's like, okay, I guess in that way it has the same spirit.
Zombies did have an edge to them, 100%. And it does fit Sunday vibes. Well, what a way to start out the morning. I'm just saying. It's an awesome Sunday morning music while sitting on my beach having my cup of Joe Cretin. I'll be darned. Look at you. All right. Up next, we've got, we got enough time. We'll hit that other. Okay. We're going to play Hung Up on a Dream next. So we do want to hear your thoughts on that. Angie, you picked this song too. What was it about it that, other than it's phenomenal?
Just beautiful. And I think I played this at my wedding.
Oh, okay.
It was on my wedding playlist, I'm pretty sure.
Nice. Well, there you go. Well,
or this will be our year. I think that, or this will be our year. One of those is on my wedding. I think both were on there. I'm pretty sure. Like, it's just a great song.
Let's do it. We want to hear from you in the chat. Let us know yay or nay. I'm sure it's all yays. Here we go. Oh, helps if I turn it up. Where is it? Oh, no. Don't tell me you're having... There it is. What is up with today? What are we playing? Hung Up on a Dream. I hit it and it didn't have any sound. All right, we'll just take it. There we go. Proto-pastoral prog. Right, Kyle.
With neon darkness shimmering through the haze, a sea of faces rippling in the heat, and from that nameless changing crowd, a sweet vibration seemed to fill the air. I stand astounded, staring hard at men with flowers resting in their
Damn Mellotron.
Absolutely dreamy. The Mellotron, it's just always makes for a dreamy song. And it just makes me think of all the other songs about dreams, like from the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Like the
I love
classic
it.
rock era. Yeah, really good
Yeah.
one.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just curious if people that's heard this record in the chat, what would you rate this out of? I'm not even going to ask. This is a 10 out of 10 record.
Oh yeah,
dumb
like
question.
any answer short of 10 out of 10 is just wrong. Wrong.
Yeah. Yes, Christian, that was a cool tune. Well, we're going to keep going. We got one more track. And Angie just mentioned it. Butcher's Tale. Anything
This
else you want to
one.
add about this?
Great anti-war song, and like one of the things that I think was interesting about some 60s anti-war songs or takes on it were just the nods back to World War One or previous wars. Like definitely, like this was a nod back to World War One. The Who's Tommy was taking place right after World War One. And I know a couple bands, the Birds and the Turtles, both covered We'll Meet Again, which was Vera Lynn from World War II. That was basically the theme song of that war. I think World War II was really, I don't know if World War I exactly had a theme song. I don't know too much about World War I, but World War II definitely had a strong theme song there. And this one, I just think was really well done to take the old and make it new and really describe just the hypocrisy amongst, religious leaders and, the establishment, the man, and how they would never send their own children to a war. So they just send somebody else's children. It's very NIMBY. So, but from like a different side. So yeah, great song. I'm just not going to go on a more anti-war rant. So we'll just let the song speak for itself.
Yeah, it's all good. Well, DC's always mentioning the Turtles all the time. We'll have to do a Turtles
They're
one.
great. I love the Turtles. Yes.
Yeah. So DC, we'll get to the there's a lot of things that Angie and I have to cover.
I remember when I was 12 and I first heard Happy Together, I was like, whoa, what is this magic? It's amazing.
It's magic. That whole record, though.
Yeah.
Magical. Chip Douglas produced that dog, and he was playing bass on it. So, Chip produced Pisces, so you're correct, Jeff. All right, let's play it. Let's just keep going. Butcher's Tale. Buttons, Grant, buttons here in the warehouse. All right, here we go. Butcher's Tale. Let us know what you think. I think it's phenomenal, of course. It's not a harmonium?
It's a fever dream, is what this is. It's like a bad trip to me.
That was my trade, but the king's shilling is now my feet. A butcher, I may as well have stayed for the slaughter that I see. And the preacher in his pulpit, sermon go and fight to what is right, but he don't have to hear these guns, and I bet he sleeps at night. And I can't stop shaking. My hands won't stop shaking. My arms won't stop shaking. My mind won't stop shaking. I want to go home. Please let me go home. Go home. And I have seen a friend of mine hang on the wire like some rag toy. Then in the heat the flies come down and cover up the boy. And the flies come down in gum-caught people, Mamet's wood and French verdun. If the preacher, he could see those flies, wouldn't preach for the sound of guns. And I can't stop shaking. My hands won't stop shaking. My arms won't stop shaking. My mind won't stop shaking. I want to go home. Please let me go home. Go home.
No, all you have here is just pure talent. There's no, it just makes you appreciate. I mean,
This is the way we were.
this is the way we were, the bands that did this stuff. God darn.
Wow. I mean, just the
All
way that
they-
they described PTSD there was perfect. Like,
Mhm.
holy crap. I mean, I've had PTSD from other things, not war, nothing close to that, but I'm like, holy crap, that is what PTSD is. At the end of the day,
Mhm.
that's what it is. He's describing it just so well.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Oh,
Um,
Argent's great. Love that band. Hold Your Head Up. I just love that song. Great.
all the Argent stuff. I like the Zombies better, but
Yeah.
this is, which is great, by the way. All right. So there you go. That's what we prepared for you today. Yes, Cretan. Rod doesn't get enough credit. Great. Oh yeah. Well, his work in
Keyboard players
Argent,
keyboard players in general deserve so much more credit.
but he is like one of those early guys, you know.
Yeah, he was
'Cause
before
Zombies got to-
Wakeman, before Emerson,
Yeah.
before Lord.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he was playing a lot. Well, you've heard some of these lines here, but some of that stuff, his keyboard lines were, no one else was really doing that then, you know? Great stuff. My God, brilliant.
It's like Keith Moon paving the way, for Neil Peart and John Bonham.
Yeah. Oh yeah. DC. Yeah, like Craig Frost. 100%, just like Craig Frost. Paved the way. Well, DC did that. We did a show on Grand Funk, and I've said that before. I think Craig Frost was a great addition to Grand Funk. It opened them up, and their music changed. Some people will probably disagree, but I think Craig Frost was a good addition. Ash is off to bed. 7 out of 10 for me. Not my favorite 60s album from this period. Well, it's all good.
Yeah.
This is one of the great ones, though.
And then speaking of Grand Funk and the Animals playlist that I've prepared, one of those songs was covered by Grand Funk very well, but I do like the Animals version. It's just Grand Funk's version. It's one of those times that a cover just blows the original out of the water. It's incredible.
So just to let everybody know, Angie will be back in a couple weeks. I haven't given her the date, but if she's available in 2 weeks from today, it's 2 weeks from today. Okay.
Yeah.
We are going to tackle the Animals next. And we haven't determined what we're going to tackle after that, but next 2 weeks is going to be the Animals.
Yay. Excited for that.
Grant,
So we're going to go from one part of England to the other because the Animals were from Newcastle.
Yeah, we're going to hit it all. Grant, I just got a copy of All the Girls in the World Beware this week with record shopping. All right, Kyle. Good for you. That's going to make DC's day. Right on, Kyle. Cheers. All right, kids. Off to bed. Yeah, Australia's 12 hours ahead. Yeah. Good night,
I
Ash.
in Australia, and yeah, that was something that was very jarring to me was, I wake up and I see all this crazy news.
Yeah.
That was...
This one goes to 11. All right, cool. Let's wrap this dog up. Angie, I want you to thank you for doing another.
Oh my God, my pleasure. Apologies for
fun.
the little hiccup at the beginning with the.
Well, no, there was a lot of hiccups because after yesterday. It's a wonder I'm even coherent. My goodness, another great Sunday morning show, Grant. Thank you, DC.
Thank you so much, Bowie.
Oh, getting the cat. Is the cat coming?
Bowie. Yeah, Bowie, come on. Say goodbye to everyone. Okay, that's okay. She doesn't.
Yeah. You know, cat's only. Bowie's going to do his own thing. Well, we're going to do more, Christian, so don't worry. So, all right, Angie, we will see you in a couple weeks. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks for the support. Thanks for the thumbs up. I'll be more awake next time. Yep. Hey, Zeb.
Gotta have my coffee.
Yeah, I know. Zeb. Hey, Zeb, thanks. Nice to see you. All right, everybody, click the like button. We'll see you on the next one. See you, Angie.